You got a quarter? I passed out last night and I never made it home. I wound up on the bus to San Antonio. Now my head hurts bad and I ain't wearing shoes.
Good afternoon, folks. How's everyone doing today? We have another edition of Cardinal Clicks Rex's Rant. Last week, I came live from my house in Madison, and now I'm coming live from my house in Oconomowoc, Wisconsin. So you guys are just getting all up in my personal life. In fact, right back behind me, I got a nice little backdrop, kind of like Adam Scheffner's. Not really, but it's worth a shot. Anyways, before I ramble on too much, let's get to Rex's Rant. So, John Clay was featured in Cardinals Thursday's Cardinal Clicks. And the Journal Times out of Racine had a nice article about Clay, John Clay, former Wisconsin running back, and he was in Bengals training camp, and on the last play tore his ACL. He's going to be out for 9 months, so he'll take off this year, and he's planning to go back to school. He's planning to go back to UW and get his degree. And so that's going to be the main focus of today's rant. Players going back to school and getting their degree. And now you see a lot. Cam Newton went back this past offseason to Auburn to finish up his degree. A lot of other guys, I don't know specific incidents, offhand, but a lot of guys do that. They take the offseason to go back and get their degree, which I am 100% all for. Because if you think about it, a lot of these guys don't get their degrees from their respective universities. Because, even if they are a redshirt junior when they declare, they're most likely not, don't have all of their academic credits fulfilled. Normally it takes, 5 years for them, or 4.5 to get their degree. So they have some time left. And that is and a lot of them can capitalize on that in the offseason. They realize, look, I got a lot of time in my hands in NFL or NBA or whatever sport it may be. I have a lot of time on my hands, so why not spend it instead of going out to Las Vegas or going out to Miami or pulling a Vince Young and spending, $70,000 in a nightclub? Why not put forth energy and time to get that degree? Because you don't know how long that, your career is going to last. 3.2 years, according to the numbers in the NFL. So you're going to make a lump sum of money for 3.2 years. Whatever that lump sum of money is. Depending on, where you're drafted, unsigned or drafted. First round, second round, the whole dealio. So why not spend that little extra time in the offseason? Because once you're done, then what? It is so hard to get a job without a degree. Sure, you'd have a nice little background with the NFL, but that can only take you so far. I don't understand why more players don't do this. My best, I guess, maybe theory as to why is because they think they're invincible. They think that they're going to last and that their money is going to last forever. Depending on some guys. They never think that their career would come to an end and that they would, need to find something else to do. Because if you think about it, they have been dedicating for the last however many years they started playing football and started working and training aggressively to pursue a college scholarship. They've been working, let's say, since 15 years old. 15 years old, football is pretty much has been their only, I guess, responsibility. sort of. Obviously, with school and some other things, but they put their main investment, their main time, their main passion into pursuing football or basketball or baseball or hockey or whatever it may be. And then when it comes to a screeching end, then what? Then it's post career, post NFL career, and they have to find something to do. They have to provide for their families. So why not go to school? Why not take the time in the off season, or after their playing careers are done? I know Brian Calhoun did that. He went back to school after his playing career was shortened. Take the extra time again. Take the extra time and just go back to school. Because also, I would like to see. This would be a very interesting study. If, let's say, since we're speaking of John Clay, let's take John Clay during his 4 years at UW. Let's see what his GPA is. His highest grade and his lowest grade. And then let's see what his GPA is when he goes back to school. I would not be surprised if he has a higher GPA than when he was during his undergrad or during his, time on campus. But the thing that frustrates me is that put in the time and effort before. This is kind of going off track, but no, I just don't think not enough college student athletes realize that you have a golden opportunity. You have a golden ticket in that scholarship to get yourself an education. At Wisconsin, that's a pretty darn good education. It doesn't need to be at Wisconsin. It can be anywhere. It can be at Alabama, LSU, USC, Louisville. It can be anywhere in the country. But they're getting a degree, and their end goal should be to get a degree. 1% of college athletes make it to the pros. 1%. So these young men need to realize that football is not going to last forever. It's 99% certain that it's not going to last beyond college. So take advantage of the scholarship. Take advantage of the academic help and the tutors and your professors and your teaching assistants and the whole 9 yards. Take advantage of that and get your degree. I'm not saying you have to be on the dean's list or, get above a 3.5 or any of that. Get a manageable GPA, get the degree, and then go from there. And if you're fortunate and skilled and lucky enough to be able to play in a professional league in whatever sport it may be, then congratulations. Then that's terrific. But most likely you're going to be in that 99%. So go out there and shoot for the stars in terms of your professional league. But know that at the end of the day, it's probably not going to happen. So you have to put that emphasis on the degree. I don't care if you have to go back to school, that's great. As long as you're getting that degree, that's all I hope for.